trying to complete an important project for your boss when you have coworkers stop in front of your desk and start a conversation about their weekend. This leads you to lose your concentration, you have a hard time refocusing after that, and on top of that, your project ends up late. Workplace etiquette is very important in any setting where business transactions are going to take place, and it is very important to know what is and is not acceptable. So workplace etiquette is proper behavior in the workplace. It differs between working environments, and different companies tend to have different guidelines as to what is appropriate and what is not. So with that being said, we're moving on to what is acceptable in the workplace. And some of the things that are acceptable in the workplace are you should respect people's personal space, whether on or off the phone. Usually a good distance to be away from people while they are talking on the phone is about 10 feet. You need to dress appropriately. This means no jeans with holes in it, no tank tops, no biking shorts, no spandex, none of that stuff. You want to wear nice dress slacks, a nice dress shirt, and closed-toe shoes. Men could wear ties and button-up shirts. You need to make sure you clean up after yourself. So that means if you make your lunch, make sure you put your stuff away, throw your trash out. If you print something, don't leave it on the copier, make sure you grab it. It's not very nice to have other people cleaning up after you. And lastly, you need to make sure you are on time for your meetings and your appointments and conference calls. Nobody likes someone who's late, so it's always best to set a reminder on your phone, or like where I work, I have an email and I set reminders up in there, and that's what gets me to my meetings on time. So with that, we will move on to what is not acceptable in the workplace. So you don't want to yell into the phone when you are talking. It's best to use your inside voice, so keep your volume low. The people on the other side of the phone can most likely hear you, so there's no need to yell. Don't check your phone while you are at a work lunch or in a meeting. This is very rude and it can disrupt the meeting. Let's see. Don't borrow from other people's desks without asking them first. Even if they are not there, it's best to just not use their things. You may forget to put it back and then they won't know what happened to it. So it's best just not to take things from other people's desks unless you've asked them first. And then lastly, don't gossip. Nobody wants to hear other people talking about them or walk in on other people talking about them. So it's best just not to do that. So with that, we have gone over what workplace etiquette is, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. So next time somebody stops in front of your desk and starts talking about their weekend, just ask them kindly to not do that because they are interrupting you. It's best to get your projects in on time. Thanks.